you are going to clearly define what progress you need to make. Now, many of you have taken a bold step in that direction. You have aligned yourself with us as it relates to Boardroom, either through the mastermind or through the accelerator. I can assure you, we will help you understand how to make more progress. We are going to show you what are the KPI documents, what is the KPI dashboard, how do you read a balance sheet, how do you read a cash flow statement, how do you read a profit and loss statement, what are the numbers that actually matter. So I'll give you an example of how powerful this is and why you have to actually measure your progress. I gave this to you yesterday, but I want you to write these three things down. I want you to write down the letters CPL, it stands for cost per lead. I want you to write down CPD, it stands for cost per deal. And I want you to write down RPD, revenue per deal. Here's the power in managing and understanding your progress. If I'm just gonna use a wholesaler as an example. As a wholesaler, your cost per lead as a wholesaler should be somewhere between $75 and $250 per lead. Let's just call it 150. On average, it should take you approximately 20 to 30 leads, talking to sellers, 20 to 30 to do an actual deal. Let's do some rough math. If a lead costs me 150 bucks and it takes me 20 leads to do a deal, what is my cost per deal? $3,000. I want my marketing cost to be, as a profitable company, approximately 20 to 30% of revenue, which means, back in math the other way, my cost per deal, I want to know what my revenue per deal needs to be. Take that cost per deal and multiply it times 3 to 5. If it's between 3 and 5, you're doing good. Let's just call it 4. So if my cost per deal was 3 grand and I want my revenue to be 4 times what it cost me, what's my revenue? 12 grand. That's the average wholesale fee I should get if my cost per deal is 3 grand. So when you're looking at your business and you're looking at your math, let's talk about how you start thinking as a CEO and solving the right problem. You come to me, go into Boardroom, whatever, and you look up and your lead cost is $500. The very first thing I will tell you, coming out of the gate, first off, every one of these businesses has one of 2 problems. You either have a traffic problem or you have a conversion problem. What does a traffic problem look like? A traffic problem means I'm paying too much for a lead. A lead is costing me $500. I know when I measure myself against everybody else that should be at the highest 250, but should be around 150. That means the only lever, the only problem I have in my business to solve at that point is I have to solve the marketing problem. I'm marketing to the wrong list. I'm not sending enough mail. I'm not doing enough outbound texting. I'm not doing enough outbound calling. Whatever it is, I'm not getting enough juice out of this. Spent $5,000. I only got 10 leads. 5,000 divided by 10 is 500 bucks. If I spent $5,000, I should have got somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 leads. Those 25 leads would have led me to a deal, because how many leads does it take to do a deal? Between 20 to 30. This allows you to solve the right problem. Let's just say you're okay, it's 150 bucks. The lead was $150, but your cost per deal is $6,000. That means it's taking 40 leads to do a deal. Can everybody do the math? 6,000 divided by 40 is 150 bucks. I know it should be between 20 and 30. If it's taking me 40, what does that mean? Do I have a traffic problem? I have a conversion problem. So I don't need to go to a new market. I don't need to change anything about my marketing. I need to understand what the hell is happening when I'm talking to that seller. I need to be listening to the calls. I need to be going on the appointments with them. I need to understand what is happening, because it's taking twice as many leads to get a deal closed as it should. They're doing it in 40 leads. If they do it in 20, everybody hear me? If they're doing it in 40 right now, and I can get it cut down to where they're doing it in 20, what happens to my business? Doubles. And you know what I didn't have to do? Spend $1 more.